And so good day everyone, it's MJ. So today I will be discussing the chapter 12, roles and competencies of school heads. Ayan, so first chapter. And as stipulated in chapter 1, section 5E of Republic Act 9155, the school head is an administrative and an instructional leader. Because the main function of school is students' learning, the school head must spend more time as an instructional leader. As an instructional leader, he or she supervises instruction by observing teachers while they teach, conduct and post-observation conferences with individuals, teachers, mentoring and coaching them, ensuring that teachers have the needed resources for teaching, while physical improvement and fund sourcing, the concerns of administrative leadership help improve schools. The more important concern is improvement of instruction, as this has a direct bearing on learning. More often than not, however, school heads spend more time soliciting funds for a flagpole, stage, classroom, pathwalk, waiting shed, etc., leaving no time left for instructional supervision. So, dito, ayon sa Republic Act 9155, ang school head daw ay parehong administrative at instructional leader. Ayan. So, pero dahil nga yung pinakagawa nga ng school is yung pagkatutungan ng students. So, mas dapat siyang mag-focus sa pagiging instructional leader tulad ng pag-observe at pag-guide sa teachers. So, kahit na importante ang pag-aasikaso ng funds, no, yung sa schools facilities, mas mahalaga pa rin yung improvement ng teaching. Dahil ito nga yung direktang nakaka-apekto sa learning, di ba? Sa learning ng bata. Pero kadalasan kasi nauubos yung oras ng school head sa projects, kaya kulang nasa supervision sa pagtuturo ng mga teacher doon sa students. Ayan, competencies for school head, the NCBSSH. In the list of competencies expected of school heads, there are competencies for both instructional leadership and administrative leadership. Let's take a look at the competencies expected of school head as contained in the National Competency-Based Standards for School Heads, NCBSSH, issued in DepEd Order 32 Section 2010 on April 16, 2010. Okay, so sa list ng competencies ng school heads is may skills para sa instructional and administrative leadership. So, and makikita po ito dito sa NCBSSH DepEd Order 32 Section 2010 na nagsasabi nga kung ano ba yung dapat kayang gawin ng isang school head bilang leader ng school. No? So, ibig sabihin ng statement nito, ang school head or yung principal daw is need ng maiba't ibang skills, no, skills competencies para may mas magampanan niya ba yung trabaho niya ng mas maayos, no? So ayun, nakalagay nga dito ito, instructional leadership and administrative leadership. So pag sinabi sa natin instructional leadership is ito yung skills para mas mapabuti yung teaching at learning. So sila ba yung marunong mag-observe ng teacher at magbigay ng feedback, no? So ito namang administrative leadership naman, ito naman yung skills para sa pagmamanage ng school, yung project, yung budget, yung facilities. So sila naman ba yung marunong mag-manage ng budget o school projects? So ito yung mga skills na nakalist sa NCB SSH na parang guide o standard na ginagawa ng DepEd para malaman kung ano yung dapat gawin ng isang school head. No? So ayun po. Next. Ayan. So I have here the figure number 2, the National Competency-Based Standards for School Heads. So actually, same lang to sa magiging mamaya sa table, same lang siya itong nakapalibot. So ko lang dito yung sa core principle. The core principle, school heads are competent, committed, and accountable in providing access to quality and relevant education for all through transformational leadership and high degree of professionalism. So core principle. So yung core principle kasi, core principle ng standard is ito ba yung parang ito yung pinaka-center. Ito yung dahilan kung bakit ginagawa ng mga school heads or yung mga principals yung kanilang mga trabaho, di ba? And itong core principle sa madaling salita is, ayan, sabi diyan na yung school head daw is dapat magaling. Kaya dedicated and responsible sa mga pagbibigay ng mas better na education para sa lahat. Yan, gamit yung tamang pamumuno and pagiging professional. So, ayan. So, itong core principle kasi, yan, nakalagay din dyan na may 4 na main points. So, ito yung una, competent, committed, and accountable. So, pag sinabing competent, is hindi lang siya basta display, yung principal. No? So, dapat alam niyo yung ginagawa niya at may sapat siya na skill. No? And next, we have here the committed. Committed. So, pag committed, may puso at malasakit sa school. So, hindi lang napipilitan. No? And accountable. Kung may maganda or pangit na mangyari sa school, so, ano nyo yun? Shoulder nyo yun. Pananagato nyo yun. So, hindi siya yung nagtuturo ng pangbaga sinisisi sa iba. No? So, ayan. Access to quality and relevant education for all. So, ito, dapat siguro din ng principal or ng head na lahat ng bata is nakakapag-aral. So, hindi lang basta na nakakapag-aral, dapat is maganda din yung turo, kumbaga quality, no? At nagagamit din ba in real life, no? Relevant ang natututunan nila. No? So, next we have here the transformational leadership. So, ito yung para, hindi ito yung bossy na leader, no? So, yung transformational leader is yung nakaka-inspire ng pagbabago, ng pagbabago, no? So, ito yung layunin yung improving school, no? Kumbaga, yung sa kalagayan niya before into maayos na sistema, no? So, ayun yun. And sa next we have here the high degree of professionalism. So, kahit anong hirap ng sitwasyon is dapat maayos kumilos at may integrity, no? Integridad, no? At yung sinusunod ang ethics at nagpapakita siya ng magandang halimbawa sa mga students, sa mga teachers, no? In short, lahat ng itong domains na to na nakapaligid sa diagram na yan, leadership, operations, curriculum, etc. No? So, ito yung ginagawa para ma-achieve itong core principle. So, ito yun ang makabuo ng isang school na mas maayos dahil sa isang maganda at let's say tapat na pinuno ba na school head, no? Next slide. Yan, domains and competency strands. Domain 1, school leadership. Yan, school leadership. So, ayan. So, dito naman pumapasok yung pagiging visionary ng isang principal o ng isang school head. No? So, hindi lang siya nagbabantay. So, siya din yung nagdi-dictate kung saan papunta yung school. No? So, competency strand. So, here's the first one. Developing and communicating vision, mission, goals, and objectives. In short, the VMGO. So, the VMGO. So, ito yung dapat malinaw sa kanya kung ano yung parang, let's say, pangarap ng isang school. No? At sinasabi niya ito sa lahat. No? Para pareho yung direction. No? So, pangalawa, we have the database strategic planning. So, ito naman yung hindi yung hula-hula. No? So, nagpaplano din siya, syempre. Based sa totoong numbers at, let's say, situation ng school. No? Pangatlo, we have here the problem solving. So, pag sinabi ng problem solving, so siya po yung nag-aayos ng gulo o tagahanap ng solusyon kapag may problem or aberya doon sa school. No, next, we have here the building high-performance teams or, pagsama natin, coordinating with others. So, ito yung marunong siyang mag-handle ng mga tao. Marunong siyang makisama sa ibang tao, like sa mga tao sa opisina o mga stakeholders. Next, we have the we have the leading and managing change. So hindi takot sa let's say hindi siya takot sa bago. Kung may let's say kung may kailangan baguhin para sa ikagaganda ng school, siya dapat yung mangunguna. No? And next we have the domain 2, instructional leadership. So instructional leadership. So dito naman naka-focus yung principal sa yung way ng pagtuturo, yung sa quality ng pagtuturo, no? So hindi lang siya office person, so dapat alam niya din kung ano ang nangyayari sa loob ng classroom, no? So first we have here the assessment for learning. So kung tinitingnan niya kung natututo ba talaga yung mga bata o kailangan ng adjustment sa exam or lessons, no? So yun yung first one. The second one, we have here the developing programs or adapting existing programs. So ito naman is isama natin itong implementing programs for industrial improvement. So, itong BNC. So, ayan. So, dito naman is gumagawa or nagpapatupad siya ng mga special programs. No? For example na lang, reading programs para mas mabilis yung pagkatuto ng mga estudyante, especially sa reading. Yun nga yun. Example. And the last one we have here, the instructional supervision. Ayan, instructional supervision. So, ito yung binabantayan and tinutulungan nyo yung mga teachers kung paano mas gagaling sa pagtuturo. Paano sila improve, no? Parang coach na nag-guide sa mga players niya. So, next we have here the domain 3, creating a student-centered learning climate. So, ayan. So, dito, yung focus naman dito is yung environment. Environment to yung vibe ng school na dapat safe at nakakagana mag-aral. No? So, first we have here the setting high social and academic expectations. So, ito. So, naniniwala yung mga principals. Maniniwala yung mga principals na kayang mag-excel ng mga bata, no? Through academic. At magiging mas mabuting tao sila. Social, no? So, hindi na yan. Yung mentality, no? So, next we have here creating school environments focus on the needs of the learner. So, dito naman is sinisigurado niya na yung school ay safe and malinis. Sabihin natin malinis and masaya para sa mga bata. Then lahat ng decision ay para sa kapakanan ng mga students. So, hindi para sa convenience ng mga matatanda. So, ayun po yung dito sa domain number 3. And so, yun nga, yung sa domain 1 kanina is nakafocus siya sa direction ng school. No, let's say, yun. Sa domain 2 naman is nakafocus naman siya sa coaching. No, yung about sa yung sa teacher. And sa pangatlo naman is about sa safety ng students, no, sa environment. No, so ayun. Dito naman sa domain 4. Yan, we have here the HR management and professional development. So dito naman ang focus naman ng principal ay yung growth ng mga teachers and staff. No, so hindi lang estudyante ang dapat matuto, pati din yung mga guro. No? Okay, so we have here creating a professional learning community. Okay, so ito yung ginagawang team yung mga teachers para magtulungan and mag-share ng tips sa pagtuturo. No? So, recruitment and hiring. So, ito naman yung sinisigurado na yung mga kinukuha o pinipili na staff is yung mga competent talaga. No? Yun yung mga competent. No? And last, we have here the managing performance of teachers and staff. So, ito naman yung binabantayin kung sino yung magagaling magtrabaho and kung sino yung kailangan ng tulong o training para mas mag-improve pa. No? So, domain 5, parent involvement and community partnership. We have here, parent involvement and community partnership. So, ito yung naniniwala yung principle na, let's say na, it takes a village to raise a child. Hindi kaya ng school ng mag-isa. No? Kailangan ng let's say ng part ng isang magulang. No? So, next we have here the external community partnership. So, ito yung hinihikayat yung mga magulang na makialam and sumuporta sa pag-aaral ng kanilang mga anak. No? So, hindi lang tuwing card day. Yung ganun ba? No? So, ayan. Next, we have here the domain number 6, school management and operations. And domain number 6. So, ito naman yung backstage na trabaho. So, ito yung sinisigurado na maayos yung takbo ng yung sa office and facilities. No? So, may tatlo siyang under. First, we have here the managing school operation. So, pag sinabi natin ito, managing school operation, is ito yung maayos na schedule. Ito yung maayos na schedule, malinis na safe palikuran, and safe na building. So, sigurado smooth yung daloy ng school. No? B, we have the fiscal management. So, fiscal management is ito naman yung paghawak ng budget. Ito yung paghawak ng budget o ng pera. So, sinisigurado na yung pondo ng school is nagagastos ng tama and hindi nauubos sa walang kwentang bagay. No? Next, we have the use of technology and management of operation. So, ito naman yung paggamit ng mga computers o systems para mas mapabilis yung mga trabaho at magre-record ng data. No? Next, we have the last domain. Domain 7, personal and professional attributes and interpersonal effectiveness. So, ito naman yung pinaka-personal. No? So, tungkol ito sa pagkatao and ugali ng principal mismo. So, meron tong 4 na under. A, professionalism. Marunong rumispeto and marunong rumispeto sa oras at sumusunod sa batas at regulation. B, we have the communication. No? So, communication, marunong makinig and marunong magpaliwanag na maayos, hindi yung laging galit o naninigaw. No? Ayan, C, we have the interpersonal sensitivity. So, may empathy. So, naiintindihan nyo o naramdam nyo yung pinagdadaanan ng mga teachers and staff. No? Next, we have the fairness, honesty, and integrity. So, hindi madaya. Walang kinikilingan ba? So, no favoritism. Ano ba siya? Tapat sa serbisyo. No? So, yun po yung last domain, 7. So, again, domain 4 is nakafocus siya sa teacher o staff. And sa domain 5 naman, sa community, 6 naman is nakafocus siya sa pera and sa gamit, no? Sa mga gamit ng schools. And then sa 7 naman, domain 7 is nakafocus naman siya sa ugali ng head, ng principal ba. Ayan, last slide. Yan. So, study figure 2 by side with the table 7 on domains and strands. Notice that there are competencies expected of school heads as instructional leaders and as administrative leaders. Focus on instructional leadership or domain 2, which is instructional leadership itself, and domain 3, creating a student-centered learning climate, which is part of instructional leadership. Related to administrative leadership are domain 1, school leadership's domain 6, school management and operations, and domain 4, human resource management and professional development. Domain 5, parenting, involvement in community partnership. Domain 7, personal and professional attributes. Interpersonal effectiveness can relate to both instructional leadership and administrative leadership, since this has something to do to a teacher's personhood, which cannot detach from what a teacher says. And so, ayan. So, ito naman is pinapakita lang dito dun sa figure and table na yung competencies ng school head ay nahati sa dalawang role. No, yun nga yung instructional leadership and yung administrative leadership. And kung saan naman yung domain 2 and 3 ay para sa teaching at learning ng estudyante. No, and yung domain 1, 4, 5 at 6 naman is para sa pagmamanage ng school. No, pagmanage ng school. And yung domain 7 naman is tungkol lang siya sa personality ng head, ng pinaka-head or ng principal ba. Tungkol sa personality and pakikitungo na ginagamit sa parehong roles. No? So, ayun lang po. Thank you for listening.